Let's go blow some stuff up.
What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here. Time for another episode of It Depends, where I react to the greatest subreddit on the internet, r/AttorneyTom. As always, I'm saving the most upvoted Reddit post for the end, and more importantly, that Reddit post is going to be going on a billboard truck. So stick around.
Leave hypotheticals in the subreddit, guys, and I'll give an answer. Usually it's it depends.
Tom, would this work in a court of law? Dead men tell no tales. Wrong, Your Honor. As a necromancer, I literally summon my first witness, the victim. The answer to your question is inside the knowledge hammer. I actually got really close to hitting the camera on that one. Does this count as murder? I'll never understand why law firms feel the need to put a picture of their ostentatious buildings on marketing material. It's like showing off cars they don't know how to actually drive. Probably just ye old virtue signaling, but come on, it's 2021. Y'all have a real budget. No one cares about your bricks. We want your brains. That is the Harris County Courthouse, but okay. Some context for anybody who doesn't know what happened. I posted a photo of a jury verdict Kherkher Garcia obtained. It included a picture of the courthouse where the trial was located. This comment was left and I wasn't having it. The only thing I regret is I should have put, that is the Harris County Courthouse, but okay, period, plus ratio. And yes, in case you're wondering, this person did delete their comment after being murdered. I regret nothing. Spooky lawsuit, trick or yeet. I shout to the children when they open the door. Yeet, one of them says confusedly. I shrug. Yeet it is. I throw the child. Absolutely. That would be assault and or battery. You would definitely get sued if you hurt a child by yeeting them.
You want some? This bitch empty.
Let's say someone enters this establishment completely nude. Would they get arrested for public indecency even though they are technically accepting the terms of not wanting to wear a mask? You can choose to not wear a mask, then you must also remove all other clothes. It's all or nothing. It's about choices. Thank you, the management. Your terms are accepted. That's a good question. This is actually an interesting hypothetical. Technically, the business is basically daring you to walk in naked. You could make an argument that a reasonable person would see this sign and say, okay, they're just being facetious. They're just being sarcastic. They're trying to make a statement, and they don't actually mean they want you to get naked. Also, on top of that, it's not just that private building. If you walk into the store naked, presumably you had to walk into that store through some form of public area, which of course exposes you quite literally and metaphorically to liability. But I want to know what you think. Let me know if a naked person walked into this store with this sign. If you were on the jury, what do? Do you acquit or do you convict for public indecency? Let me know down below in the comments. If the suspect gets permanently disabled due to the action of the grandpa, can the suspect sue?
Caught on video, a brave grandpa trips an armed suspect fleeing cops.
Police, get off ground!
Dramatic body camera footage shows police chasing the suspect outside a library in Columbus, Ohio.
Gun!
Just then, a quick-thinking grandfather with a cane literally steps in to trip the man.
Hell yeah. Y'all, if you're fleeing from the police, it is foreseeable and reasonable that force is going to be used against you. And we don't even need to get into the conversation of, was it the justified use of deadly force? Because this was clearly not deadly force. And the guy had a firearm. So we don't even need to go there about a justified use of force. Here, the grandpa stepped in, saved the day, tripped the guy up. Definitely not a cause of action here. There's definitely a case here, right? Hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at a wedding. So I actually know a little bit more because I read an article about this instance, and it's very, very interesting. So basically, the photographer was a friend of a friend. It was a last minute deal. They were paid very little. They kind of did it as a favor. They went to the wedding. They were taking pictures at the wedding. The bride and groom literally wouldn't let them eat. So they deleted all the photos and left. Now, there are some cases involving wedding photographers that include large sums of money because those photos are very important. And if they get lost or skewed or deleted, that is a memory that will permanently be erased from the family. I mean, this case has knowledge hammer written all over it. So, is it reasonable to use lethal force if someone tries to hurt or steal my dog? If you're willing to shoot someone who's trying to steal your dog, it means you value your dog more than someone's life. Me.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Bear with me on this conversation, people. Bear with me on this conversation. Remember, in order to use lethal force, a justified use of lethal force, you need an objective and subjective fear of imminent grievous bodily harm to your life or to somebody else's life. That does not extend to your dog. Now, obviously, the natural extent of that is if somebody's breaking into your house and trying to steal your dog, you don't know when they're going to stop. They go get your dog, then they come back and hurt you. You could definitely make the claim that in that situation, because you don't know, things are happening quick. You don't know what's going on. It's probably justified use of force. Now, let's paint the hypothetical situation, the crazy hypothetical situation where you are 100% sure that nobody's life is in harm's way except for the dogs. And I know I'm going to get a lot of keyboard warrior comments for this, but that is probably not justified use of lethal force, meaning there could be consequences for doing that. Now, if you're on a jury, and what is a jury going to think about using lethal force to protect your dog? If there are a lot of dog lovers on the jury, they might look the other way. Always depends. But hypothetically, that could create some legal liabilities. Don't hate me. Don't shoot the messenger. I hate to be this person, but I'm pretty tired of people using my circular driveway as a pull-through turnaround, so much so that I posted a sign at the end of my driveway. Apparently that isn't enough. That said, I just put 2 of these in my Amazon cart. They will be here on Monday. Things will work out the way they work out. May the odds be ever in your favor. Y'all, this is probably justified. I mean, the cars are trespassing on their land. They are driving on a driveway that they have no permission to be on. The tire spikes are non-lethal. They are just annoying. They're going to pop your tires. They're going to cause a few $100s worth of damage, but they got popped because you were somewhere that you weren't supposed to be anyway. Now, with that said, I'm not completely sure. It's going to depend on the state. It's going to depend on the county. It's going to depend on the homeowners association. There could very well be some laws that prohibit those kind of things locally. And even if somebody was trespassing, there could potentially be some liability, but I could definitely see a situation where it's okay. But as always, it depends. Name of the show. It depends.
Most dangerous night in the world. Just press this button. It sends CO2 out the top. Let's go blow some stuff up. Just stab whatever. Woo! Pow!
Oh my.
Oh, damn it.
My exes better watch out.
Okay. Damn. So stabbing somebody in general is going to be lethal force. So the analysis doesn't really change just because you're stabbing them with a CO2 injecting knife. Now, that knife can clearly do more damage, so that might cause some greater injuries, which then obviously expose the stabber to more liabilities. And then, you know, of course, I don't have any idea if a knife like that is even legal to begin with, which could create some more liabilities. But I'm staying away from Granny. I'm taking my knowledge hammer and I'm just backing up from Granny. Just backing up. What could come out of this if the sack was full of rocks or something heavy? A huge lawsuit. All right, y'all, now it's time for the most upvoted post on r/AttorneyTom for the week. This post will go on the LED billboard truck starting tomorrow, and I'll film evidence of it for next week's episode. Drum roll, please. I hate you guys so much. I hate you guys. Devin, legal. I don't know how to respond. Y'all are mean. Devin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna have to text you a picture of your face on an LED billboard truck that's driving around town. You know what? I'm gonna knowledge hammer myself because I probably should have seen this coming. I would expect nothing less from this subreddit. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. Make sure you leave any comments, questions, concerns down below. Go to r/AttorneyTom if you want to make a Reddit post. The most upvoted post of the week will get on the billboard truck the following week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This was the first week, so obviously I couldn't show you the evidence, but this is a new thing that we're starting. So join the subreddit. It's a lot of fun. I ask that you consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. We just passed 447,000 subscribers. Absolutely crazy. My goal is always to make content worthy of your time. I hope you had fun today. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.